It's the end of another season. By the time I upload this video, spring anime should start airing next week, so here's some stuff I want to share. Made by the same director of Devilman Crybaby and many more amazing pieces, Keep Your Hands Off Aizuken is about 3 high school girls who decide to make a club about making anime, but isn't an anime club. Where Shiro Bako talked more about the industry, Aizuken takes a more personal and artistic approach in making anime, with an almost surreal setting as a slice of life blended with beautifully animated imagination sequences. This is one of those shows that not only makes you appreciate the medium, but also motivates you to at least try. After watching the first episode of Aizuken, I immediately started watching YouTube videos on how to draw anime, until I realized I still can't draw a decent circle. Where the show really hit me though is how relatable their situations or problems are to me. Having tons of video projects at school and being an aspiring filmmaker, I can definitely relate to the problems Asakusa has. Whether it's having this great idea come into your mind and then you just start building a world around it trying to make it work, or if you're trying to find logic and consistency to your stories and characters, nitpicking every single detail because you're afraid of how audiences would think, and being proud of what you've made but still thinking that you could have done better. Those little things are what made me love Aizuken, and why this show has become one of my favorites. Also, Kanamori is like best girl. So, FLCL, or Fully Coolie. After finishing the 6-episode series, I was left with no explanation. What the heck did I just watch? Although I was confused, I enjoyed the show more even without understanding what it was. If I were to describe the feeling after watching this show, it kind of felt like going home after playing with your friends at school and elementary. I know, that was a pretty bad way of describing it, I'm sorry. But to put it simply, it feels nostalgic. And I've never heard of Fully Coolie before, except for it being iconic. So I went to the show blind, and the moment I heard the soundtrack in the background, the feeling hit me right in the stomach. This is definitely my type of show. The soundtrack feels so 2000s, even the visuals. Probably because this was made in that same year. I need more animes that look like this. More animes that look like Cowboy Bebop or Eva. Going back to why I felt nostalgia watching this show, I think it's from the things each of the characters do, blending with surreal, sometimes just straight up cartoonish moments. The moments feel so relatable. You've experienced one time in your life just hanging out with your friend, maybe walking home. Those times where you just stare off into the distance thinking about life, or maybe wanting to grow up already. To summarize the show, it's basically about growing up, mixed with some unreal situations and underlying symbolism, and of course, some really good animation. I consider this as one of my favorite animes, not even viewed critically, but I think I'll come to understand this over time. Well, off this goes to the plan to rewatch list. Hey, future me editing here. So, while making this video, I also made my first AMV, which is about Fully Coolie, and I just wanna thank you guys for all those nice comments. I'll probably be making more AMVs, but yeah. So, I've also been reading manga. A lot of good stories and good art styles, but today, I want to talk about Platinum End made by Takeshi Obata and Chugumi Oba. That's right, the same people who made Death Note and Bakuman paired up to make another artwork. So what's it about? Well, Platinum End is about Mirai, a high school boy who's about to commit suicide, when suddenly, an angel saved him from almost dying. The angel gave him powers, specifically wings that make you fly faster than a bullet, a red arrow that can make anyone fall in love when shot, and a white arrow that kills anyone instantly when shot. But there was of course a catch. He was chosen to participate in a battle royale between 12 other candidates to become the next god. Now I don't know about you, but I'm a big sucker for battle royales. Batum and Mirai Nikki are some of my favorites. Though not always the best, I just enjoy them for the fun they are. And oh boy, Platinum End may be one of my favorite battle royale manga. Battle royale stories always have to have that uniqueness in each character. That's what makes battle royale fun. There's always the brute, the psychopath, the love interest. You get my point. But Platinum End has a slight different concept. It's that each character has their own ideals. God candidates are chosen when they feel like they're at their lowest, simply when they're suicidal. They all have different views in the world, and they all have different concepts of how the world can be. That's my favorite part of Platinum End. One problem that many fans of this manga have though is the main protagonist. He's just not as good or as well written as Light Yagami from Death Note. But honestly, it doesn't really bother me. Where Death Note was a battle of wits and mind games, Platinum End is more about trying to stand by your beliefs. It's more of following what's in your heart and what's in your mind. That is what I love most about it. Platinum End could have been just another run-of-the-mill battle royale, but it's not. Oh, and of course, some of the most beautiful character designs, especially the manga covers. And by the way, the recent chapters have introduced a more interesting character, which is a scientist. The story is probably close to its end, and it's also getting really interesting, so I suggest you guys start to catch up. And on that note, I'm gonna end the video here. I was planning to make this video 2 weeks ago. Fortunately, I don't have a tight schedule. For now, I'll be staying inside, binging more shows before COVID eventually gets to us all. Stay safe!